There comes a time in life when strength doesn't mean what it used to. It's no longer about lifting heavy things or running far. It's about lifting yourself out of bed, out of fear, out of the quiet belief that you're slowing down. One morning, you'll stand by the window, feel the soft ache in your knees, and realize it's not about staying young, it's about staying alive. When you reach your 70s, 80s, or even 90s, the world starts whispering words like fragile, delicate, be careful. But I'll tell you something no one else will. You are not fragile, you are not fading, you are becoming. Your body remembers more than you think. Every step you've taken, every storm you've walked through, every sunrise you've seen, it's all still in there, quietly waiting for you to move again. See, strength doesn't disappear with age, it just hides behind hesitation. And the moment you take one small movement forward, you wake it up. When Leonard turned 78, she couldn't reach the top shelf anymore. Her grandson offered to help, she smiled and said, "Not yet." That night when the house was quiet, she stood beside her kitchen counter, took a deep breath and lifted one knee toward her chest. Then the other, one lift, one breath. One promise, it wasn't much, but it was everything. 3 weeks later, she no longer needed help to stand up from her chair. Not because she was training hard, but because she remembered she could. That's the quiet power of movement. It doesn't scream, it doesn't rush, it whispers, "I still care." At this stage of life, we don't move for appearance. We move for freedom, freedom to walk unafraid, to bend without pain, to carry our groceries and our dignity at the same time. Your core, those muscles deep in your abdomen, your hips, your back, they're not just anatomy. They are your foundation, the bridge between what you dream of doing and what your body still allows you to do. When your core weakens, balance fades. When it strengthens, life opens. You stand taller, breathe deeper, and suddenly the world feels a little less heavy. Movement is not punishment, it's prayer. Every breath, every stretch, every lift is a way of saying thank you to the body that has carried you through it all. You don't need a gym or fancy machines or perfect form. All you need is you. Tomorrow morning, before your coffee, sit tall in a sturdy chair. Lift one knee toward your chest, hold it for a breath, lower it gently, then the others. That's it, that's your beginning. Each lift awakens the quiet muscles that hold you upright, that steady your steps, that keep you walking tall. And when you feel your breath deepen, when your heart beats a little stronger, you'll realize it's not about exercise. It's about remembrance. You're reminding your body who it's always been. I've met countless people who thought it was too late. Robert was 71, using a cane for 3 years. After 6 months of small, steady movement, he walked into my clinic holding his cane in his hand, not leaning on it. Grace was 85, terrified of falling. A few months later, she stood at her kitchen counter, hands steady, holding a plank for 20 seconds, tears in her eyes, whispering, "I didn't think I could." These aren't miracles. They're choices, small, ordinary, sacred choices made every day. And maybe you've been tired lately. Maybe you've felt your strength slipping like sand through your fingers. That's okay, because strength isn't a switch you flip. It's a flame you feed one steady breath at a time. Your body has changed, of course it has, but that doesn't mean it's given up on you. It's just waiting for you to return, to move again, to trust it again. Do you remember the first time you learned to ride a bike? You didn't start fast, you wobbled, you fell, but you tried again because somewhere deep down you knew you were built to move. That same child still lives inside you. Still curious, still capable, still brave, so begin again. Lift one knee today, do one gentle crunch tomorrow, hold one steady plank the next day. You'll notice something not just in your muscles, but in your spirit. You'll feel the quiet return of confidence, the kind that says, "I can handle this." And as the days go by, you'll walk with a new rhythm. You'll breathe a little easier. You'll look in the mirror and see not the years gone by, but the strength that's still here. Strength changes everything. It changes how you move, how you stand, how you see yourself. It turns fear into freedom, it turns age into wisdom, and it turns routine into ritual. Let your movement become sacred. Not because it's perfect, but because it's honest. Because it's you showing up for yourself even when no one's watching. Each morning presents a choice. Do I move today? Do I care for myself today? Do I believe even now that I can still grow stronger? Say yes. Yes, I will move. Yes, I will keep trying. Yes, I still belong here because you do. Your heart still beats for a reason. Your hands still create. Your spirit still burns quietly beneath the skin. You are not a collection of birthdays or limitations. You are living proof of endurance, of grace, of hope. And every time you move, you honor the years that shaped you. You teach your family what resilience looks like. You remind them that aging isn't about disappearing, it's about deepening. So when the world says, "Slow down," you smile and whisper, "I'll move at my own pace." Because movement isn't about speed. It's about staying in motion, about staying connected to your breath, your balance, your purpose. You see, growing older isn't a decline, it's an arrival. A harvest of all the strength, wisdom, and courage you've gathered across a lifetime. And that's why today matters. Not yesterday, not next year. Today, this single breath, this single choice to move is where your power lives. So take that breath, lift your knees, straighten your back. Let your body remember what it feels like to trust itself again, because you're not just exercising, you're reclaiming yourself. You're building a bridge from fear to confidence, from stiffness to grace, from aging to living. Your body may have slowed, but your will is unstoppable. Your story is still unfolding. Your journey continues. And if you remember nothing else from this moment, remember this: you are not fragile, you are not fading. You are still becoming. So tomorrow morning before your coffee, take one steady step, not for vanity, for victory. You are worth the time, you are worth the strength. And the world still needs the light that only you can carry. Now move. Gently, proudly, because you are still beautifully, powerfully alive.